Okay guys, I finally got my annealer from Fluxeon. We're going to open this up and see what we got. So we got some instructions, in color even. First off, I can say it's packaged really nicely. So I ordered this with everything that he has to offer. So I got a foot pedal. It's in 750 degree tempo-act. I got the water cooler. There's a power cord. I think this is the adjustable scissor lift. Yes, it is. Here's the unit itself. Okay, let me get all this out of the way and we'll take a better look. Okay, I got the annie all set up. I did build this little stand here. It's got a little drop piece. Put your brass on there. It drops out into this little bin. So let's go over some of the features of this before we get it all set up for you guys. So we got the heat exchange, and I did already fill this up with water. Actually, I filled it up with water and this corrosion inhibitor that he sends with him. So, I'll put that on top of the annie for now. I did fill it with water and hook it up already to the coil. So I'm going to show you guys how to install this. The water lines are just an easy push fit connection. It's nothing you got to do special. But then this is where the coil goes. Let's just install that. You need to use an Allen wrench. It is a 3/32. And in his instructions he says snug it down, don't over tighten it. And after you run it for a little while, just double check and snug it down again. Okay, so that's on there. Here's the power supply. And this is just kind of like on your computer or something. It's got a little push in with these little locks. It just goes right here in the front. Can only go on one way. Use a Phillips head screwdriver. Just snug those down. No need to over tighten them either. And then on the back it's just got a little plug. So that's ready to go. And I did pick up the foot switch, and it also is just a plug and play. And it is located right underneath of the heat exchange plug. So the nice thing with this Annie is it's very easy to use. I'm going to turn it on. You're going to hear the heat exchange kick on. So as you can see, it's got a power light. Right underneath there is a second light. You'll see that come on in a minute. So if you buy this without the foot pedal, that's your push to start the annealing process right here. So with the foot pedal, you can use the foot pedal or the push button here. So just try this out real quick. Got some 308 cases here, a little bin on them. And I did get this with the scissor lift, so you can raise it up and down and adjust it to the height you want. And I know from playing around with this a little bit, I know I want this at 2.4 seconds. So this is your adjustment knob. You see, let's move you a little bit so maybe we get some so the way you adjust your time is this knob, but it's a push. You push it in, and then you can start adjusting your time. So you can't bump it. The light right here turns on once you start the annealing process. So right there you should be able to see it. And I use, let's adjust the height just a little bit. I'm going to use the foot pedal. See the light turned on. See where we're at. We'll go 2.5. Maybe lower this just a little bit. Okay, use the foot pedal again. See the light turns on, the timer starts going down. There we go, that's starting to look better. Let's try 2.6. And it's just a matter of playing around with it. Get your temperature where you want. So the cool thing is, if you can see these coils, the water's pumping through here. This is not hot at all. It's cool to the touch. So as long as you got this little heat exchange on there circulating the water through, you should almost get 100% duty cycle. Let's try another one. Another cool thing is it uses like a magnetic field, is how it inducts the heat. And if you watch, the case is off center a little bit. It actually self-centers itself. Let's try 2.8. Yeah, now we're starting to get somewhere. There we go. So it just, for a split second, it turned red. I can see the heat's traveled down just past the shoulder. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not, but that right there is what I want. Okay. Now let's see how many of these we can do. And with this little stand I built, it goes pretty quick. Just drop them in, hit the pedal, or you can use it right there. You can see, you get yourself a nice little setup, you can really go through this stuff. I'm kind of sorting through my brass here because for some reason this Winchester I have, it needs to be annealed at a lower time. I'll show you one here in just a second, but most of this brass I got in here is either some Federal or CVC. It's really enjoyable to use. Like I said, this isn't hot at all. You can feel a little warmth when you start going through these lines, but that's what this heat exchange is doing, is it's got a little fan under here. So it's sucking some cool air in, blowing it over the water, and cooling it all down. And if you feel these lines getting a little warm, you can just take a break for a second and it cools right off. But let's keep going here. You see some smoke coming off of these cases, and I think that's a little bit of leftover tumbling cleaner. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's just some kind of something on the cases. Okay, so you see all these we've been doing. We're going to try one of these Winchester. Oh, come on, camera. I was taking my word, that's a Winchester. So, yeah, that one's pretty toasty. That one glowed cherry red for longer than it should have, and that is a destroyed case. We'll set that one over here so we don't mix it up. And that's okay, I've just been pulling out all of those, and Hornady. Winchester and Hornady. I've been having to change my time on those. And I just set those aside, and I'm doing those at a separate timing. So let's try a couple more. Now you want it to just flash red for just a split second. And you want that heat to travel down just past the shoulder. Now I haven't used any of these flame annealers. This is my first go at annealing, and I'm really liking this induction setup. It seems very easy, straightforward, no flames to sit and adjust, and wheels to mess around with. I guess they both have their ups and their downs, because it would be nice to have some kind of automatic feeding mechanism for this. I know there's some out there you can get, but you still need to build you a little stand like this. And that's one thing those flame annealers have over this, is they have a little hopper generally, and you can feed several cases in at once. But this isn't too bad to just sit here and drop some in by hand, hit the pedal. Even if you didn't have this little mechanism set up, you could just always get a pair of tweezers, like I've been doing. Some pliers, we own those pliers. Just pull it out, hit that button, and that still, it doesn't add much to it to just pull them out with a pair of tweezers or anything like that if you don't get you a stand built. But this was just a piece of scrap wood I had, and I got some 7/8 diameter dowels for legs. Picked this little knob up at local hardware store, and I got a little spring underneath of it. It's not bad. So you don't even have to get the heat exchange if you didn't want to. It does add a little to the cost, or the scissor lift. You just got the baseline annie. All you'd have to do is just take a little bit more time in between, so you don't heat this coil up and damage it. See, I really can't feel any heat through these at all, so we can still keep going. And I haven't got to the point where I felt like I needed to stop and let it cool down with this heat exchange, but I also haven't done a ton at once. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to some of this Winchester brass. So we need to go down by time, push the button in, dial it down. Let's try 2.4 seconds. Just watch for that. That's a little too much. You know what? Let's get you guys a better view. Let's try 2.2 seconds. Alright, you see that just flashed. You can see the annealing just past the shoulder there. That one looks like it's... Okay, these Winchesters, they must be thinner walled than the rest. So let's raise it up a little bit. The nice thing, the scissor lift has a little handle over here, so you can set your cases in there. You see, you can go up or down. So let's go up just a little bit. Let's try 2.1 seconds. Okay, there we go. We just flashed. Perfect. I don't know how well you guys can pick that up, but that one's perfect right there. So yeah, it's easy to adjust, easy to use. I'm really liking this. They do sell a bigger version. I'm guessing that's for more guys doing kind of commercial wise. So for us hand loaders, this is a perfect little setup to do at home. Now I did pick up some temp black. And it does come with this corrosion inhibiting solution that he sends when you purchase the radiator. So yeah, this whole setup right here pretty much is everything they sell. You got the nice heat exchange. See, it's kind of got this cool light behind it. Let's turn this off. That kind of glows nice, and comes with the lines. You get to pick which coil you want. Like I said, I did pick up the heat exchange, so, and the foot pedal. You don't need the foot pedal if you don't want to. It just makes it a little bit more convenient. It's not bad to push that button. But this scissor lift, I do recommend the scissor lift because it really makes it easy to drop a case in, adjust your height, tune it where you need to be, and then let's say you switch over to some 223 cases. So in fact, let's just try that out for 1 second. I'll show you. So you can see our height's a little bit different. Let's turn this down to 1.7 seconds. I say now you can just raise that up just a little bit to where you want. Maybe this one you can see it's off-centered, and where it's being a smaller case than that 308, you'll be able to see it shift around and self-center. So here we go. Try 1.8. Just drop it in there. There we go, that's perfect. This makes a really nice machine if you want to just do a couple cases, do a whole bunch. I don't think it matters. It's just a pleasure to use. If you got any skills, building a stand like this is very simple, very easy. So I really enjoy this machine, and I think you guys would too if you looking at one. It's a little bit more pricey than one of the flame annealers, but I think you'd be very happy with this Annie. Go over to fluxeon.com and check out what he's got over there. And like I said, I've been super happy with it. I've been playing with it for 2 days. You can mount the heat exchange wherever you want. If you don't want it up on top, you can mount it to the side. You can mount it behind. You can put it down. It doesn't matter. But I did make sure that I had no leaks and felt comfortable enough sticking it up on top of here. So that's just kind of my basic setup. And when I'm done annealing, I can break it down, store it somewhere so it doesn't take up too much room. I can take the scissor lift and the Annie and the heat exchange and set it on top of my stand here and shove it off into the corner. So yeah, that's my little review.